along as a bit of a bystander, actually, just an observer, and I was what can only be described as press gangs coming up here. I would like to talk about how woefully inadequate and inefficient our labour markets are. One of the biggest impediments socially, economically, in terms of all of us, individually, the organisations we're working in, the regions we're working in, the nation we're working in, the planet we're working on. One of the biggest impediments to success is our inability to broker supply and demand of talent. Now, what I'd like to have a conversation about is what we can do to address that. If I think any of us in this room would have been told a decade ago or 15 years ago that within 10 or 15 years we'll be selling, 12 million of us in the UK will be selling and buying goods from complete strangers based on nothing more than a reputation engine, the person being laughed out of the room. I want to have a conversation about how we can use the underpinning notion of trust, the notion of the attention economy that we find ourselves in now, and everybody's wish to have some, how we can combine these factors together with a very elegant brokerage of supply and demand to totally transform our labour markets. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
I don't want to monopolise this, but what it's all about is fractional working. To quote a friend of ours, Leon Benjamin, the unit of work is no longer a job. We can start to get our communities firing extremely elegantly if people can trade time in very small segments. Think about all of us with children. We know that within a mile radius there's probably about 100 babysitters that we could switch on just like that. We just don't know who they are, we don't know where they are, we don't know if we can trust them. So using these three things, what we can do to make things better.